It's Week 9 of the National Football League. And up next, we'll see Jalen Hurts. He got his reps in a week ago, over 400 yards through the air. It's the Eagles and the Cowboys, and it's coming up next on Madden NFL 24.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup. We are all set to go as it'll be the Dallas Cowboys taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Eagles team as they interplay here. They come in feeling good after back-to-back victories. Meanwhile, for the visitors here, the Cowboys, they too were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
And I love it when both teams come in off of wins. Great mindsets, and it usually leads to a really well-played game.
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? Bringing it out of his end zone, Isaiah Rodgers. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. Philly's offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The second-round pick who started his career at Alabama, then finished with an electric senior season at Oklahoma.
And he's certainly putting together an MVP-type season, leading the league in both passing yards and touchdown passes. There have not been too many defenses have been able to stop him or even slow him down. So he's got his sights set on another big game right here.
Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. Thought they were going to have him down a lot earlier, but he was able to shed that tackle.
Shows the value of the weight room, doesn't it? Shows the value of the attitude when you run the football. Don't go down easily. Break a few tackles, gain some additional yardage.
And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. And here, Charles, is a look at the inactive, some of the guys that are out today due to injury.
Yeah, and this is where the preseason work comes into play for some of those backups. It's not just them getting some experience on the field, but preparing each week in practice as if they were going to play. And when you have guys like that on your team, you've got a chance for success when the injury bug hits.
They'll try and run here with Swift. Oh, some strong running. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Philadelphia. DeAndre Swift, his 7th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Eagles will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon.
We see this a lot on 3rd and short yardage, especially down here in the red zone. They're going to sell out to stop the run, try and hold them to a field goal. But once the running back gets past the first wave, the resistance can evaporate after that. And he not only picks up the first, but he takes it all the way into the end zone.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. He's got it, and the Eagles lead at 17. Just a 4-play drive that time. And a pretty good run there in the end to top it off. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. So out come the Cowboys under head coach Mike McCarthy. They'll be led out by a 3rd-year pro and 3rd overall pick from North Dakota State. He's battled injuries early in his career, trying to stay healthy now, and it's Trey Lance.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
The rushing numbers for Pollard last week, 18 carries, a touchdown to go along with 124 yards.
And the way they ran the ball in last week's game has to be satisfying to their entire staff because they're seeing not just a back gain big yardage, but they're seeing an offensive line really in sync.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And down he goes goes, but he takes it up to the 40. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Yeah, boy, it is tough to bring him down that time. He surges forward. He's going to get a full 6 out of that. Second down.
It's a pickup for 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Pollard gets it off the option. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Here's Lance. Shoves him aside. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Hopefully, obviously, nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Working from the gun, Lance. He finds his man, complete. That's Ferguson. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
A gain of 9 yards. And the Cowboy first down.
Lance going to throw. Going right back to Ferguson. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. You look at this Eagle defense. It's a unit that has had all sorts of issues against the pass. Dead last in the NFL, number 32 in the league.
And when you get ready to face the #1 overall offense in the NFL, it does not matter where you rank defensively because you got your hands full. You don't know what you're going to face, but you know that that's a strong unit that you're getting ready for.
This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Lance. Trying to lob it in there, but it's incomplete.
Well, every point certainly counts at this stage of the game, but after driving so far, you absolutely know they want to finish it with 6 instead of 3.
That is caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Not quite enough to get into the end zone, but what a nice play there. He makes the catch, tries to turn upfield and get to the pylon, but doesn't quite get there. But they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal from very short range.
1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Pollard is in. Touchdown, Dallas.
That's a great response here in this first quarter. And what I like about it is how they put this drive together. The other guy scored quickly to start the game, but this was smart football to not feel like you have to go out and score quickly yourself. So they worked the ball down the field, took their time, and finished with the touchdown run.
Boswell good with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So that one a 13-play drive in total, and it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. DeAndre Swift and the Eagles back out there. So far, been so good this season. Well on his way, as you see, to a 1,000-yard campaign. Is he almost having the type of year to where you say, let's let him get his and we'll control everything else?
That's one way to go about it. Personally, I go about it differently. I'm taking on the bully. I've got to, because he gives his team an identity and confidence. And if we slow him down, now guess what? Everyone starts looking at each other like, who's going to make a play? Because he's made all the plays so far. So I have to go get him first. Build my defenses towards shutting him down.
Good luck. I mean, not many teams have been able to do it. We'll see. J-Ron Curse in on the tackle. 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Throwing is Hurts. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 39. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get an advantage that way.
And they run the option here on 1st and 10. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
36-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Hurts. On the throw, let him too much that time. It's incomplete. You look at this Cowboy defense. They've been pretty good against the pass. Not amazing, but good. Number 13 in the league.
And it's really difficult to prepare for this team. This is the #1 overall passing team in the NFL. But it shouldn't be hard to get excited about playing against them. The ultimate test going against that unit.
And that's why you and I are excited to broadcast this game.
Yes, sir.
So Hurts is off, and on comes Jake Elliott for the Eagle field goal. This will be spotted at the 37, so it's a 47-yard attempt. The kick by Elliott is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're content to take the 3. Somewhat of a conservative call. They're opting not to go for it on 4th and inches.
And that's from a team that you and I know is not usually playing it close to the vest. It's a little bit of a surprise that they opted for the 3 instead of going for it.
And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. And they are over 500 for the season, 4-3. They got back above 500 with a victory last week. And, Charles, you think this is a very important week for them, do you not?
I certainly do, because when you start to do the math, and yes, I'm using my fingers to count, if you're 4-4 at the midway point, let's say you're saying 10 wins is your cutoff line for a playoff berth. It's usually right around that number. A loss here, all of a sudden you've got to go 6-2 down the stretch just to reach 10 wins. That means this game is over.
And this is going to be a Cowboys first down as he'll take this up to about the 33-yard line.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for him. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. In there to drop it for the loss, linebacker Nakobe Dean, an outstanding play. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. And now they'll throw with Lance. And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Trying to run forward with Pollard. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Well, that was big right there, because they're the bottom 5 in the league in converting on third down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, third down conversions. So they got one there. Fletcher Cox there for the tackle. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Lance. Out of his hands quickly to CeeDee Lamb. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 38-yard line. And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They run straight ahead here with Pollard to the 36-yard line. Stop there. Now, this defense for the Eagles, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Washington.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and that'll leave them with a third and just a yard. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. It's a gain of 8, and it'll wind up moving the chains. Throwing on first down is Lance. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
That's an early scramble to be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish it as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. Lance now to throw. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Good job in coverage there. They took away his top read on the play, so he went through his progressions and ended up settling on his running back, who scored on their last possession, but the coverage held. It goes incomplete.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. The fake field goal catches everyone by surprise. And the Cowboys' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
We're still in the first quarter, but it's apparent they're going to have to come up with a different defensive game plan for him, because right now he's kind of having his way against that defense and has added a touchdown to the list. How do you slow him down? They're going to have to mix up some coverages, maybe change who's guarding him.
Extra point now by Boswell. And that makes it 14-10. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told. And it culminates in a Dallas touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Now second quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. They will run straight ahead with Swift. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. It'll be a net of only 30 here. 40-yard punt, 10 on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. So for this offense, Charles, remember, drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
It'll go as a gain of 4. And that's going to make it 4th down. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. On the return, it's Rodgers. That'll go as a 39-yard punt. Give him 9 on the return. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And he's going to be dropped forward to pick up a 7 past the 30 to the 32.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the 2nd quarter.
4 yards the pickup, 1st down. The Eagles at 6-2 to start play. They come in playing really well on both sides of the ball. They've won 6 of their last 8 CD.
And they were able to tough it out last week, a close one-score game. And those are the kind of wins that pull you together as a team because everyone gains confidence, and they feel like they can continue to get better.
Ball on the 39. Here's the 2nd and 8. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. But now he appears to be in some pain. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. The Eagles on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Here's Hurts to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. He finds his man complete. That's Watkins. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. 2nd down in the yard. Hurts going to keep it running right. And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4. Hurts sets up to throw it. They set up the screen to Penny. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A handoff, running left is Penny to the 36-yard line. Stop there.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Quez Watkins, the intended target. 3rd down here.
He was covered by Stephon Gilmore.
From the gun, it's Hurts. Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
The kick by Elliott is good. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And bulldozing his way through. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. Tony Pollard and his Dallas teammates ready again on offense. Those are his numbers through roughly the first half of the season, and given that, you'd have to think he's on pace for a 1,000-yard campaign.
Steady as he goes, steady goes the offense. But you know what else is happening, too, because they are a team now recognized with the ability to run the football. You've got to be able to throw it better now, right? Better throwing lanes, better opportunities for the guys downfield, maybe more one-on-one coverage, which you should be able to beat easier. Yeah, he's establishing not just a tone, but an identity for his team.
And that's a discussion we had a couple days ago in the team meetings, talking about this running game, opening up the passing game. We'll see if that continues to happen. And Pollard going to pick up a Cowboys 1st down up near midfield, spotted at the 48.
Well, you know they had a third down play on standby just in case, but he says no need with that carry. Runs like that will continually earn him more work in this and future contests.
Lance, he'll find Lamb. That's complete. And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other. A gain of 6. Here now, 2nd and 4.
At the 47-yard line.
Pollard will take it up the gut. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down moment. From midfield, here's Lance. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. On is the punter, Brian Anger, to kick this one away. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. Now, they entered play on a 2-game win streak, and then they've got the open date on their schedule next week. So this is a group that's really looking to hit the break on a high note.
And this will obviously be a tough game for them. But go ahead and play this out with me, partner. If they win here and make it 3 in a row, they get to heal up after that. You got to think that's an ideal setup and a worthy goal to play for in this one.
2nd and 10. At the 9-yard line.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
Offense back out there, and we shine the spotlight on the Memphis man, Tony Pollard. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. Lance to throw on 2nd down here. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. It's an 8-yard pickup, and just like that, it's 3rd down. Now a give here to Pollard. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Cowboys are able to widen their advantage. Well, they were looking to pick up the 1st down on 3rd and short. They got a little more than they bargained for, finding the end zone as well.
And oftentimes in short yardage situations, you get a lot of defenders stacked near the line of scrimmage, partner. So if you can get past that first wave, there's usually room to roam, and he found it.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead is up to 8. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Called it the 26. The Eagles offense back out onto the field. Sitting in first place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does, because if they can get the win here and pad their lead a bit or at least keep pace, then they can really kick their feet up and say a job well done at this point, and not have to worry about ball at all until they're back in their facility, back in their meeting room, getting ready for the next game.
And out across midfield down to the 45. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Dances by him. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit when we decided not to throw it on first down. But give them credit. They recovered in time to deny him the first down yardage. But it's only 2nd and short. So that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
Well, an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Over the middle to Smith. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
They're going to look to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks. He seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. This Cowboy defense trying to hold him out of the end zone. They've run it to 3rd and goal. Open man, he's got him. That's Smith for the Philadelphia touchdown. Devontae Smith, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Eagles get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Elliott now to add the extra point. And this is now a 1-point game. That time a 9-play drive. And it was finished off by a touchdown from Devontae Smith. This taken in at the goal line. And able to get this out to the 25. Tony Pollard and his Dallas teammates ready again on offense. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. On 2nd down, here's Lance. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
Going with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
To throw, it's Lance. Now he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Justin Evans. And nothing comes of this last-ditch attempt at points as time will run out on this first half. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach,
Okay, all right, Brandon, thank you very much. Hi again, everyone. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the NFL as we are officially into the second half of the season. We'll start our tour in the entertainment capital of the world, Las Vegas, Nevada. And it's the Giants who have the lead as they approach halftime. Sterling Shepard, a touchdown reception. Let's stay in the AFC West and check out what's going on with the Chiefs at home in Arrowhead. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Miami Dolphins. P.J. Walker, 4 touchdown passes in the victory. Lastly, we head to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough to check on the Patriots. And they were losers in that ball game as they fall to the visiting Washington Commanders. Sam Howell leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. It was a strong first half for running back Tony Pollard. He had a nose for the end zone as he wound up with 2 touchdowns on the ground in those first 2 quarters.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Cowboy offense set to go to begin this third quarter. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
They've got the lead early here in the third quarter, and runs like that are how they establish that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
23 yards, the final tally.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Shotgun now for Lance. And this one is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Lance over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 22-yard line. Give them 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
And their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion and a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Well, certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
Boswell's kick is good. High fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 26. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 32-yard line.
Throwing is Hurts. Quick slant here to Smith. And Devontae going to pick up the Eagles' first down as they'll get this up past the 35-yard line. At 5 yards on the play there, the drive will continue. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Hurts. Goes right back to Smith again. So the completion good for 7 there. And it's 2nd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Smith. And Devontae going to pick up the Eagles' first down as he'll get this across the 50 to the 49. Again, he'll drop to throw. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Penny. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Makes it 3rd and 8.
Looking to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 36. The 3rd down conversion successful. A gain of 11.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Hurts throw there taken in by Smith. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd down and a yard. They go back to the ground now with Penny. Broken tackle. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. Look at a nice little drive brewing right here.
They keep it with Penny on first down. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. Play action. Here's Hurts. He's got his target. That's complete. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Hurts sets up to throw it. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Quez Watkins, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles have retaken a 3rd-quarter lead. So a very strong first drive in the 2nd half, Charles, as they turn that halftime deficit into a 3rd-quarter lead.
And they were pretty purposeful there, weren't they? Measured in their approach. But, boy, they executed awfully well, moving the ball down the field.
Elliott good with a PAT, and that gives him a 3-point lead. So that drive spans 13 plays, and it was capped off by an Eagles touchdown. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Offense back out there, and we shine the spotlight on the Memphis man, Tony Pollard. He is hoping to find the end zone for a 3rd time, and we sit now in the 3rd quarter.
And nothing would excite him more, but I think even more so, his offensive line. Anytime you've got a guy scoring that many times, that means you've done a really nice job in front of him.
We're always giving props to the big fellas up front.
It's always a good idea. Those are some massive men.
First down, and it's Pollard again. And he stopped immediately there. Credit the tackle to Darius Slay. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. And they fake the handoff. Now Lance. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 45-yard line. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
And another thing that makes the comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
On first down, Lance. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive. But a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
That is caught. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. First time they've looked his way in this game, he comes through picking up the first. Now Lance. He finds his man, complete. It's Ferguson. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. From the 25, here's 2nd down and 3. Throwing now is Lance. On the left side, Gallup's got it. That good for 6 as they keep this drive right on rolling. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Here's Lance. On the out route, it's Lamb with a grab. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. Here's a 2nd and 5. Here's Lance to throw it. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Lance now to throw. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
Smart move to throw that one away. You're in field goal range, so you definitely don't want to be loose with the ball. And that's great work by this defense to force a 4th down.
Boswell's kick is good, and that's going to tie the ball game at 27 all. So give him 3 on that drive. You know, normally you'd say we'll take it, but the way points have been flying around, it feels like a little bit of a letdown.
Yeah, you just have to wonder, are field goals going to be enough? Because as you pointed out, the way touchdowns have been scored, does kicking a field goal actually put you at a disadvantage the rest of the walk?
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 24. Starting things out with a give-to-gain row. Nice little juke. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. 2nd and a couple. From the gun, it's Hurts. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Here's Hurts to throw. Smith catches left side. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. Back to throw here. Got a man, it's Brown. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 44-yard line. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the #3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Penny, a first down carry. And he's got it to about the 40.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Now they'll run it again with Penny. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. Now whistles and a stoppage here. Looks like one of the Eagles is in some discomfort out there. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Out of the gun now on third down. He finds his man complete. That's Watkins. And he's going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the third down conversion. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. All even as we get ready to start the fourth. Hurts going to keep it again. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it. But it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you called it the right time and you use it properly, you see the tech.
And Goddard's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Eagles have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the fourth. So still time remaining here in this fourth quarter, but the touchdown there puts them back out in front.
And you and I both know that their defense will not very subtly remind everyone that they started all of this because they held firm on the last drive and only gave up a field goal. Gave it back to the offense in a tie game and said, okay, your turn now, make something happen. And they went down the field and scored.
Elliott good on the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Dallas offense set for this next drive. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop it. Well, a tough situation to overcome here. 3rd and 17. To throw, it's Lance. And pressure coming, and they got it once again. Brandon Graham able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Incredible to Graham. So long a key face of the Eagles defense. Came off serious injury and had a career-high 11 sacks last year. The Eagles, just the 4th team ever with 70 sacks in a season.
A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. This is Smith with a ground. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards in the play. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long.
fancy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
On first down, Hurts. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
On second down, Swift. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. And this offense on third down today, they've been really good, converting 7 of their 10 tries. This is 3rd and 9. And they'll get him down short of the first down, right on the 10-yard line. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
The kick by Elliott is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that's a big one. Obviously, Charles makes it a 2-score game, his 3rd field goal of the game, able to knock it through.
Yeah, not exactly free and clear yet, but as a defense, you get to play a little bit looser, don't you? Because you do now have a little bit of a margin of error, don't you?
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. 104 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on second and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
Here's 2nd and 10. The Lance going to throw. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
The Charles, they're trying to protect this lead late. Those are the types of mistakes they could afford to go without.
About the last thing you want to give them is help in completing a comeback, which is exactly what that penalty does.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw and eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Now a stoppage here for an injured player. Oh, boy, that's Trey Lance, who appears to be worse for the wear. Now, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. 4th down. Here's Rush. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Throwing is Hurts. Quick hitter here, it's complete. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Hurts. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. He'll drop this one off to Swift. And he is going to lose yardage here. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
At the 25-yard line.
Second down. Here's Hurts. And he'll get this into the hands of Swift once again. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. On third down, here comes Swift. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up fourth down.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
So a big kick coming now for Jake Elliott. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the fourth.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist. But time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. And last time, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. See if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. Here's Rush on second down. Here's a screen now for Pollard. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Trying to run for it with Pollard. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Rush to throw on first down. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Lamb. It'll be a gain of 5, and that's going to bring up second down.
Second and 5 at their 48-yard line.
To throw is Rush. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
Rush. And that is incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
They're going for it. Rush. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. The Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down. And that will force a turnover on downs. So still over 3 minutes remaining in this game, but boy, not getting that when that hurt.
That's a little bit demoralizing, so they have to be careful about that because still have an opportunity if they can get some things done on defense. But now, since they've taken over on downs, a team with the ball, guess what? Going to 4-minute offense, maybe they can put this thing away.
Hurts sets up to throw it. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Okay, let's decide here. He was open, right? Not extraordinarily open, but open enough that if you're an NFL quarterback, you've got to make that throw, right? That's got to be completed.
9 times out of 10, that's a completed pass.
Yeah, he missed that one and missed it in a big way.
And now a hook up downfield on second down. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A gain there of 30 big ones.
And this is seemingly how it's been all game long. This defense has been just a step too slow. And here they're burned again. Another big play.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Swift going to try up the middle. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Throw right side, caught by Goddard, the tight end. 2 yards on the pickup there. 3rd and 7 now.
A gain of 2 brings up 3rd and 7.
On the option to give to Swift here. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. DeAndre Swift with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Eagles are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter.
And here on 3rd down, your number 1 goal, don't be a hero, just get the first down. But here, once he gets past the line of scrimmage, the field opens up for him, and he's able to take it right up the gut and into the end zone.
Hurts will throw. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
Kevontae Turpin now to return. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Possession of the football going back to the Cowboys. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points.
Brandon Cooks. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 36 yards on the play. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Rush. On the out route, it's Lamb with a grab. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set.
10 yards on the pickup.
Here's Rush to throw.
8 inches.
A short one there taken in by Ferguson. It'll be a pickup of 4. Good enough to earn him yet another first down. Rush working from the gun. He finds his man, Pollard. And they're going to speed things up here. On 2nd down, here's Rush. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
An 8-yard pickup.
First down now for Rush. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them.
Touchdown, Cowboys! Brandon Cooks, his first touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team. But I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film. But This one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead will be cut down to 14. And the Eagles are going to recover. And that might be enough to put a bow on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Philadelphia's offense ready to give us another look. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point, as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got plenty to catch.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. The Cowboys signal for their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road. But there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ballgame.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.